Welcome back, everyone. In this lesson, we are going to talk about text items and objects. So, we are going to talk about text items and objects. So, what are those elements we would need? Those HTML elements to be able to talk about text items and objects. So, the first one we will need to talk about is the headings. Okay, so what is headings? Look at it right here. Headings are title or subtitle that you want to display on your web page. So these are title or subtitle that you would want to display on your web page. Okay, so how does the heading looks like? Let me show you how the heading looks like. You can see here, right here on my browser, that this I am an heading is like that. This is the H1 heading. So if you look at this place on the code editor, it says HTML headings are defined with H1 to H6 tags. H1 define the most important heading, while H6 define the least important heading. So accordingly, in order like that, you can see that I am an heading is an H1 heading. So you have an H2 heading that is a little bit smaller than H1. You can see it here. So if we want to create an heading, we can create the heading 3 by saying H3, just like this. And you are going to say, I am an heading as the text. Okay, so just like that. You can as well create the H4 heading like this. H for open, create open less than sign, H4, then close it, then with greater than sign. Then you put I am an heading again. So if you preview this now, let's save this and preview, you will see that H3 and H4 is a little bit smaller than H1 and H2. Okay, just like that. Let's create H5 and H6 like that. Okay, I am an heading H5. Then you can copy it and do it like this. Paste it, and you do Alt on your keyboard and click on the outside of the H5 with the Alt hold on your keyboard. Click it like this. Then you would have two indicator that is there. Then you can wipe it off like this, H5, then H6. You can see how I did that. Okay, so that is H5 and H6 heading. So let me refresh. You can see. So that is how to create a heading. So if you need an heading, you can just do from your H1 to H6. Okay, so that's how to create a heading. So the next one we are going to talk about is the comment. Okay, so what is the comment? Let's check. Okay, so what is comment and what is it used for? A comment is a section of text that is not processed by the web browser, but they can help document your HTML source code. Okay, so these are part of your website that is not processed by the web browser, which means it will not be displayed on your web browser. Okay, but they can help document your HTML code. So basically what you would want to use your comment for is to tell a colleague like you, like, this is what I'm trying to do in this code. Okay, that is what comments are used for. Okay, so they are very useful to document your code. Okay, so that is that about comments. Okay, so let me show you the other thing you can use comment for. You can actually use comment to hide. If you want to hide content temporarily, you can see it here. Comments can be helpful if you want to hide content temporarily. Okay, just because this comment won't show on our browser, we don't need to run it, because running it is just wasting of our time. Okay, let me just run it and you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this paragraph is not a comment. You can see that this is a paragraph. This is the only line that should show on our browser. So when I run it, you can see this is the paragraph. The other lines did not show because they are comments and we are not expecting it to show. Okay, so that is what comments are. Okay, so the next one we are going to talk about is the block quote. Okay, so what is the block quote? Block quote tag in HTML is used to display the long quotation, usually a section that is quoted from another source. Okay, so block quote tag can be used to display the long quote, usually a section that is quoted from another source. Okay, so this source, this quote here is being quoted from my website sambelo.com.ng, responsive web design. Okay, so this blog quote here has a site of sambelo.com.ng, responsive web design, just like that. Has the link to the blog quote. Okay, and this is the blog quote that is being quoted from the site. Okay, so let me show you how it looks like on the browser. Okay, so block quote would usually give a little space, a margin here to for you to know that it's a block quote. You can actually use our CSS margin and padding to take off the space if you don't want it. But then let's leave it the way it is for now. Okay, so that is that about block quotes. The next one we are going to talk about here is horizontal lines. Okay, so what is horizontal lines? Horizontal line in HTML is the tag that is used to define thematic changes in the content. It is used to define thematic changes in the content. What does this mean? This means that assuming your HTML document, you have a text in a paragraph text in your HTML document, just like this. You can place your HR tag immediately after the paragraph, so for you to make a thematic change in the content between the first paragraph and the second paragraph. Okay, so that is how your HR tag works. Okay, so let me show you how it looks like on the browser. Okay, see, this is how the HR tag looks like on the browser. It's actually an horizontal line. You can see a straight horizontal line. Okay, that helps you with a thematic change between content. Okay, so that is that about horizontal line. The last one we are going to talk about is the special character. Okay, so what is the special character? Special character are symbols that are not available on standard keyboards. Okay, these are symbols that are not available on a standard keyboard. Okay, so assuming you are looking for a copyright sign and you know copyright sign is not available on a standard keyboard. Okay, that is when you would need your special character. There are a lot of special character you can see out there. I would probably leave a link to one, or I would blog about one, so that you can see the list of special characters that you can use. Okay, I will probably do that. I think by God's grace I should be able to do that. Okay, so let me show you how special character looks like. Look at these special characters now over here. You can see. Let me show you how it looks like on the browser. You can see this is for the copyright and this is actually a mathematical character. Okay, just like that, your greater than and your less than sign. Okay, so that is that about special character, and I hope you enjoy this lesson. That is all about that is all for this lesson. I hope you enjoy this lesson. Thanks for watching this video. Send your questions and subscribe for more lessons like this.